The really good news is we're not racing in Jasper, Alabama.
Exactly.
Right now.
Or Birmingham.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's definitely weather coming. That's why we had a quick start to today's action. But we think we'll get it in. Right now, 98 down to the inside. Tom Hessert to the high side. 16 laps to go. We're ready to go in the General Tire 200. Back to green flag action.
You see Krzyzewski, they're already 4 wide at the start-finish line.
What a great run for Matt Krzyzewski. He said, I know the high side of the racetrack is open, and here he comes in the Menards and Ansel Chevrolet.
He's losing ground now. You see Bo LeMasters, the 42 went by. There's the 14 of Knowles going by. He's losing all those spots.
Wonder what happened there. It seemed like maybe the air just didn't work out, and
just didn't have enough help, I don't think, Ray.
Lost 6 or 7 positions. Did Matt Krzyzewski trying to go to the high side.
Look at that outside line. That's Shane Lee leading that in the 32 car, and then you have the 77 and the 69 hooked up again. Chase Briscoe, Will Kimmel.
Yeah, that is a group that I think really could be a contender. Again, the ultimate question is, will anybody try to go with Bobby Gerhart and help him? We all know that his car is always fantastic on the super speedways, and right behind him is Sheldon Creed.
Sean Corr, the 48 car, is going to dive in behind Will Kimmel. Now we've got a pretty good pack lining up in the outside.
Front 3 cars are single file. Then we have about 9 rows of 2x2 as we're coming up on 13 laps to go at Talladega.
Look at him jostling. How about Josh Williams? He jumped to the outside. He felt like the outside line had more momentum, and now he's battling side by side for the lead, and he has it.
3 wide in the second row. Shane Lee to the high side.
Josh wants to get back down. He needs that help from Gus Dean, the 98 behind him. How about Chase Briscoe, third in line on the outside?
How about Josh Williams coming to the front in the Musselman's applesauce number 6?
What a way to back up that Nashville win of a couple races ago with a Talladega win.
On board with the number 98, that is Gus Dean. That's Degree on board.
See, Josh was able to clear the 25 of Hessert, then pull down to the inside.
Gus was so disappointed at Daytona. I'll tell you what, he's got to be smiling ear to ear today. That car has been fast since the drop of the green flag.
I don't think he's been out of the top 5 since the drop of the green flag.
Nope. Now here goes down to the inside.
Look at Tom Hessert pushing Josh Williams.
These bumpers will line up. You can definitely push the guy in front of you. All of these are steel-bodied cars on the racetrack. Of course, ARCA on the smaller racetracks has a composite body from 5-Star, but they have not yet made a decision about the future of super speedway racing at Daytona and Talladega. The outcome of today's race certainly could affect that.
Look at these cars dancing around. Josh Williams is out front now. He's going to try to play both lines. Look at him right in the middle of both lines, trying to keep both lines behind him.
Kimmel pushing Briscoe. They're back 2 rows deep. You see the 69 right on the backside of that number 77 for Chase Briscoe.
Yeah, that's a strong car of Gus Dean right in front of them, too. Those 3 cars may be able to make something happen. There's Dalton Sargent, the 55. A good run for that young man.
Absolutely. 2 Venturini cars hooked together, 25 and 55.
How about the push that Chase Briscoe, the 77, gave Gus Dean? Just about pushed him by Williams.
I want to tell you this. Do not count Sean Corr out in that number 48. That race car is very, very fast, and he's right there in the top 8.
Talk about being in the right position. These guys up in the top 5 rows right now are in the right position. As we get down a little bit later, you're going to have to be a little closer than that 5th row, though.
Gerhardt's in 9th position. I would be loving to hear the radio of what his brother and crew chief Billy's saying to him. And normally Bobby has good control of what he wants to do, but in a number of his super speedway wins, he's been on the outside row to make something happen. He's down to the inside here.
But all these cars are so equal right now. Ooh, look at Gus Dean, got a little shot from Chase Briscoe, turned him sideways.
Gus Dean held on, did a great job. That car was really wonky, but he goes to the high side. The number 6 of Williams is down to the inside. Great racing from Talladega as we're approaching 10 laps to go.
I just wonder if the 77 of Briscoe and the 69 of Kimmel will get together and say, okay, when we get a little momentum, we're going to the high side. I'm sure their spiders are standing side by side right now.
Matt Krzyzewski's thinking about going to the high side to go 3 wide. Can he do it? It didn't work out for him a few laps ago. He took a look, but nobody'd come with.
Boy, Josh Williams has done a great job since he wrestled the lead away from Tom Hessert. But look at Gus Dean. Look how close they're side drafting.
Absolutely awesome job as these guys are 2 by 2, 9 rows deep as the closing laps of the General Tire 200.
Oh, trouble!
And we've got a crash. Bo LeMastus is involved. He goes sliding down to the inside. The number 13 of George Cushman hits the wall to the inside. The yellow is out with 10 to go.
They were running so close, Ray. You just wondered when something like this was going to happen.
LeMastus with heavy damage on that race car.
Bo was doing a great job. Remember, his best career finish came just in February. Busted radiator for Bo LeMastus.
Yeah, it's going to take some serious cleanup there, too. The ultimate question is how many laps will we have to run under yellow here, and can they get that race car off of the safer barrier? How long will that take?
Terry Jones with a lot of damage.
Jones had a good run today. He had been in the top 15 a good portion of today's event.
A lot of damage to that Camry.
This accident happened back about 16th or 17th position. We'll see if we can get another look at it, but Terry Jones obviously going to be done for the day as far as competitiveness goes, and Bo LeMastus more than likely will be out of this race.
Yeah, I'm sure. You can see all the damage to that left front as well as the left rear end, and obviously has a busted radiator with the water running down the racetrack. Tough way to end this thing. You get inside of 10 laps to go and have a good run going, a shot for a good top 10, top 15 finish, and it ends like this for you.
You know, I know it's way early in the season to talk about points, but Bo was 5th, and he's committed to running all the races, and you've got a great attitude with some momentum going your way, and then you come here and get in a crash. It's certainly very disheartening.
Yeah, Bo had a super season last year, finished 6th in points and national points. Good thing to see him jump out of that car, though. You can see how disappointed he is, and you can see it all over his face.
You know, I talked to you about the 5 drivers who were former winners in this field. We have Bobby Gerhart with 9 wins, Tommy Hessert obviously with 5. Both of those guys up front here with a legitimate shot. Mark Thompson, a 2-time winner, and Thompson back in about 17th. John West Townley out of this race, and Josh Williams with 1. Now we look back there, you see Terry Jones is on the high side. Oh, and Bo got tapped, looked like maybe by Krzyzewski, eh?
Yeah, and here comes Terry Jones. He runs into Cushman, as well as possibly even Bo in the 42.
7 or 8 cars got through that pretty well, though. It could have been much worse.
Yeah, this will be a good view right here. Watch about 6, 8 rows back.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody got in the back of Bo, and it turned him sideways, got into the outside safer barrier, and then bounced off and into these other cars.
Yeah, it was Krzyzewski right behind him, I believe, and here's the onboard.
There's a bump right there. He actually picks the rear wheels up off the ground, and it turned the nose of Bo's car to the outside, and then he lost so much momentum that Matt really gave him a shot.
The good news was when Bo's car got turned sideways, he didn't hit the inside line of guys, so 6 or 7 cars, including Bobby Gerhart, did not get torn up because Bo did a nice job there.
Yeah, tough break for the guys involved, though, Cushman as well as Terry Jones. Going to ride along in the 58 car. You see there's the bump and in the outside wall.
Our only 2 former winners in the field today, Tom Hessert, Bob Gerhart. Bobby Gerhart will restart in 9th. Hessert is 4th. Is Gus Dean the favorite here?
Boy, he's got an awfully strong car. I don't know if we can count the favorite so far. Chase Briscoe now is up in the 3rd spot. Will Kimmel's going to be right behind him on the inside line.
Hear those 2 line up one more time. I'm really going to have fun watching that group, those 2 black cars.
Yeah, I like this inside line of the 98 of Dean, the 77 of Briscoe, the 69 of Kimmel, with Sean Corr behind Kimmel. Outside line, we're going to have Josh Williams, Tom Hessert, and Dalton Sargent. Another great line on the outside.
Speaking of Tom Hessert, I believe Caitlin has his crew chief.
Sure do. I'm joined by Ryan London here on top of the pit box. Ryan, how are you feeling about your race so far, and what's the strategy as we go towards these closing laps?
The race has been pretty good so far. I mean, the car's fast. Tom's done a great job. We get to restart on the outside. I think that's our best, spot to try to win.